There we go. So we're recording, and this is actually our third Coach Basics call. So we're so excited that you guys are here with us tonight, and I'll turn it over to Shannon.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
How's everyone doing?
Good.
Good. A lot going on in Coach Basics, meaning a lot of information. I hope everything is making sense to you all. I know that it's very overwhelming first becoming a coach, because it's just like any new job. It's, you're learning a whole new process and a whole new system. And I was so overwhelmed and so confused when I first started, because Beachbody certainly doesn't make it easy to understand. But it will get easier, I promise, and it will make sense. And especially this week coming up, because there's a lot of stuff that can be very confusing. So if you guys have any questions, please let us know. But I'm going to touch upon a few things here tonight that would hopefully make the week a little bit easier when you're reading and watching the videos coming up. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is hitting Success Club. And what that is basically what I consider a benchmark in our business. I think that this is something that every coach should strive for every single month if they're interested in moving their business forward. And what Success Club is basically it's getting, there's Success Club 5 and Success Club 10, and you earn these points by selling a challenge pack, which equals 2 points. And for those of you who aren't sure what a challenge pack is a workout program plus Shakeology. And then Shakeology by itself on Home Direct is equal to 1 point. So Success Club 5 would be like 2 challenge packs in Shakeology, or 5 Shakeologies, or whatever. And then there's Success Club 10, which, could be any of that. So again, it's something that should be non-negotiable in your business. And as a new coach, there's actually some perks to hitting Success Club the first 3 months of your business. The first month, you'll have a call with Carl Deichler. A group of you that hit Success Club the first month, you'll have a call with Carl Deichler, which I think is pretty cool and amazing. And then if you hit Success Club for all 3 months, you will earn a free ticket to Summit, which is a huge event every single year that every coach should try and get to. I regretfully did not make it my first year as a coach, and I am definitely making sure that I'm going to be there this year. So that ticket, I believe, is somewhere around $270, I think. So to earn that free is pretty amazing. So, and then also too, if you hit Success Club 5, Success Club 10 every month, you actually do get free gifts. It could be a book, it could be some, Beachbody swag, it could, whatever it is that month, you would get. So I actually really enjoy getting those free gifts every month. But then there's also perks moving forward in your business by hitting Success Club every month. And I'll talk a little bit more about that when we talk about Emerald, which I'm going to discuss next. So right now, everybody is considered a coach, or just a regular coach, when first starting your business. But then there are certain rank advancements that you can make. And every rank advancement, there's perks. And I feel like they did this for a reason, because it would motivate us to want to move our business forward, to do better, and to basically make more money. And your first, I would consider a job promotion from being a coach is getting to Emerald. And I feel like getting to Emerald is so important, I think, as a new coach, because number one, that is, your first step of moving your business forward. But there's also a lot of perks to getting Emerald. The first is you will get what we call free leads. Beachbody will be giving you 5 free customers. But Kathleen, I'm not sure if you know this, but that's all changing April 1st. Were you aware?
Yeah, I was reading that stuff in the back office.
Yeah. So So getting free leads, these are 5 free customers, and during the week it'll go in, when you read the post about it, it'll go into more detail about what those customers are. But you basically, your Beachbody is giving you 5 free customers that, they went to Team Beachbody website and they registered for either like a free club membership or whatever, and they get assigned a coach. So you would get free customers that you didn't have to work for other than getting Emerald. And then if you become, that you can also get Success Club leads, which means that you can actually make the commission off of what they purchased, which is pretty neat in itself. But that's actually changing as of April 1st. To get regular customer leads, you would have to be Emerald and hit Success Club 5. And then to get Success Club leads, you have to be Emerald and hit Success Club 10. So that's new starting April 1st. So I can say that when I first became a coach, I was actually really, I'm calling myself stupid. I know it's a harsh word, but I was very stupid because my main focus was to just sell as many challenge packs, because at that time what was important to me was earning commissions. But I didn't realize that, yes, either commissions is good, but basically as you move forward in this business, you actually can earn more off of your cycle bonuses. So when you become Emerald, the other important thing is that you start getting cycle bonuses, and I'll tell you a little bit about that in a second. So where I was stupid was that I didn't see the importance of Emerald because I wanted to make money. But once I became Emerald, I was like, oh my gosh, I should have done this a lot sooner. And basically, Emerald is a lot easier than what you think. And getting Emerald just means that you need 2 coaches underneath you, one on your left leg, one on your right leg. And I used to think in my mind, gosh, I'm a new coach. I know nothing about coaching. How am I going to get 2 coaches underneath me? It's actually a lot simpler than you think. It can just be a discount coach, somebody to sign up that just simply wants a discount. So if you have 2 friends or 2 family members that want to join your first challenge group, just be like, listen, I can sign you up for the discount. So you can get the same discount as me, and bam, you're Emerald, which is your first job promotion, basically. And there's also a lot of perks. And Kathleen, I don't know if I should get into that in detail tonight, but to signing up, basically your spouse or somebody else or partner or somebody else that you're very close with, that has many advantages to it. So I don't know how much detail I should go into that, Kathleen.
I don't know. How are you guys feeling about Emerald? Does it make sense? I mean, maybe we'll start with that. Wait, let me unmute you. Because it's a concept that I think takes a little bit of time. It's unlike any other structure that I have been familiar with before. Are you guys understanding the leg? There's 2 legs and 1 coach on each side. Do you get that part?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask, do you feel, and I know Terry does this, she asks everybody if they would like to sign up as a discount coach. Do you think that's probably a good idea to do that when you are, approaching somebody about a challenge pack?
So I'm going to be honest with you that before I became Diamond, I was actually really nervous about that, but then I started doing it, and it actually has its advantages and disadvantages, but that is what got me to Diamond. I signed up mostly all discounted coaches. So, and then I was able to build, my team from there. So.
Yeah, exactly. So there's different strategies, and there's no one right or wrong. This is where it really comes down to, it's your business and it's your choice and all that kind of stuff. But so the advantages are rank advancement. So you get to, so Emerald being 1 coach on each leg, and then Diamond is 4 coaches on each leg, and 2 of those one coach on each leg. So 2 coaches total are then themselves Emerald. So this is a bit much, and we'll show you a nice little picture of it and whatever, but don't worry about that part yet. But essentially what happens is when you sign up people to coach, you no longer get the commission every month from their sales. So let's say you have a person who gets Shakeology regularly every month. So every month, if they're a customer, you would be getting 30 some, 30 and some change dollars per month on commission, because it's 25% commission off of every sale. But if you sign them up as a discount coach, you actually make a little less money, because you're just going to make the cycle bonuses, which is what Shannon was starting to talk about. In the beginning, you make a little less money, because it's just the cycle bonuses are $14 a month. So it seems like a little bit of a, like, why would you want to do that? But then when you get more and more people, and as you're building your team, those cycle bonuses, even though they're $14, they add up. And when you get to Diamond, they're actually $18. So like somebody like at various levels, you make most of your money comes from commission in the beginning, but as you advance in the business, it shifts a bit, and then you get like 50-50 commission and cycle bonuses. And even where I am in the business now, I'd say 3/4 of my income comes from cycle bonuses, not from commission. So it's just, how do you want to build it, and how do you want the income to be, and all that kind of stuff. So that's for you. But the plus and minus for your potential customers, that they get this nice benefit of some, it's a little bit cheaper. And we all know Shakeology is pretty expensive. So if you want to you save them essentially $50 a month. That's worth something to some people. So it's just kind of one of those things that you have to think about.
Right. Like for me, it was worth it just because it got me, to rank advance. And one of the perks of signing up your spouse or a family member is that I was able to make my husband one emerald on my one leg and my sister-in-law emerald on the other leg. And then I had other discounted coaches, so that made me Diamond. So like it just, having like your family members up at the top, it just gives you that much more control over running your business in the future, if that makes sense.
Okay, thank you.
That part's tricky, and we'll keep talking about it, because I know for me, like I had to keep hearing it, like what, and the what, and the who, and the legs, and the whatever. But it really, if you keep at it, it will make sense.
Yeah, believe me, I never thought I was going to get it. So this week there's going to be tons of videos for you to watch, and please post any questions that you may have. But again, I was just very silly in the beginning of my business, just because I didn't realize the importance of rank advancing, because there's only, like, to be honest, there's only so many challenge packs you can sell, right? So when you have a team of coaches underneath you, discounter or growing, their business, then those cycle bonuses, their personal volume just adds up, and that's where you just cycle bonus and make that much more money. So I lost where I was. But anyway, so do you guys have any questions on that so far? Okay. Kathleen, was there anything else that I should discuss on this call?
I think we were going to talk about, I forget that, wait, where my little notes are, hang on a second. But I did want to ask you guys about the challenge group coming up, and see where you are with that, and if you have people, and if you have questions following the whole inviting thing, and if you were able to do that. So why don't we start with that? How did inviting go, and what were the responses you got, and what were some of the objections you got? Why don't we talk through some of that stuff? Did everybody invite 10 people? No.
I'll start. No, actually, I invited 8. I have to be honest.
Good.
And I have 2 that are thinking about it, and I gave out some Shakeology samples that I had, and they're thinking about it. Another person is still on the fence and feels it was too expensive, so I'm working on that and writing that. And a couple others I have asked for some additional information, which I've emailed, or not emailed, but put them on Facebook. And one person does not have Facebook and won't get on, so I'm going to be pretty much sending her all the information, more information through that. So nobody yet for sure, but people showing interest, so that's good.
Good, that's great. How did it feel like the first real invitations? Was that okay? Was it, was it hard to do, or how did it feel for you?
Well, through my neighbors, that was comfortable, but reaching out was a little more difficult on Facebook to some people that I don't know as well. And I'm looking forward to also having some people attend our Every Sweat Counts.
Yeah, I love it.
I think that'll be, because they're local. So I think that'll be a nice opportunity for them to really get to meet some of you and see what it's all about.
Yeah. Yeah, I know for me, the people that when Shannon and I had done Fit Club break more regularly, the people that came tended to eventually turn into customers and even coaches. And I think you guys know that's how Shannon and I met, was that there's something really cool about live in-person workouts and the whole thing. So yeah, that'll be great. All right, how about you guys, Julie and Alicia?
I did mine, and I got some responses like that it was too much money at this time, and so for that particular person, I thought that I was going to buy maybe some samples, and then I could give her a sample of it first. And then when Terry brought up the suggestion about, well, how much money could you put away per month, if you got the envelope and put that away to try to get, your first bag of Shakeology. So I think I'm going to give her, a few days and then maybe throw that idea out to her to use. And then there was a few other people that asked me a ton of questions, and I've been asking Kathleen all the questions that they've been asking me. But they were really, digging into it and had some really good questions. So it sounds like one of them is buying some gifts for friends of theirs, and she's thinking about being the coach to get the discounts on all the fitness programs.
Great.
Another friend of mine is interested in buying a challenge pack, and she's going to have her neighbor join with her in the challenge. And she's getting back to me on her who has she's some dietary restrictions. She's allergic to sugar and gluten, and I think she said milk or something else too. So she's going to see whether that will work. But I thought that was a great idea that she's going to get a friend with her, and maybe that's another potential person too. So
awesome.
Yeah, but the objections were hard, but that's okay. We'll just keep going.
They are. And even now they're not that comfortable, but in the beginning it's like, oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I received literally 5 objections today, all price objections. But the way I look at it is I planted the seed in their head. I got the conversation going. So over the next however many months, they're going to follow me. They're going to see my posts, and, eventually will become a customer or a challenger. So I had to gear my focus to stop taking it personally because it was really affecting me and my business, and to try and change that to look at it as a positive. That's my first, what's the word I'm looking for?
Exposure.
Yeah. First exposure, first seed, and I'll eventually catch them when they're ready. Anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No. How about you, Alicia? Any feedback about inviting?
I mean, I've been inviting basically since day one, and I must be out of the norm because it's not scared me one little bit. Rejection doesn't bother me. If you don't want to be a part of this, that's fine. I'm not taking it personally. Just extending the opportunity if you wanted to join me. So yeah, I actually have a challenger for coming up starting tomorrow, who actually approached me just by following what I was doing on Facebook. I didn't even reach out to her, which is awesome. I'm very excited for her. Other ones who I invited, and I'm a little frustrated on this point, but I'm at a point in my life where I'm just kind of letting it go. I invited them, they never got back to me. And then all of a sudden I show up at work and they're like, hey, I'm starting my challenge on the 16th. I'm so excited. I bought my thing. And I was like, where'd you buy it from? Who did you buy it from? Who did you buy it through? Oh, I bought it through the infomercial. I was like, okay, well, that's great because, I invited you. Thank you.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And I just let it, I have to let it go.
You know what?
Actually, Alicia, you can, if they're interested in being in your challenge group, all you need to do is get their confirmation number and their email address, and you can call Coach Relations and have them switch over to you. And if they want to get,
I said that. Yeah, no, and I said that very politely, and she was just like, oh, okay. And just, I know from her poor communication when I was inviting her in the beginning and stuff, like, it's a battle. I'm not, at this point in my life, I'm not, it's whatever. I have to let it go because, like, I know you guys are gonna, like, think I'm not all in with this, but with the farm picking back up and everything, like, there's only so much time I can dedicate to actually sitting here and, like, fighting with it, you know? And that's just not an area I want to put my energy into. Okay. So she's just something else.
maybe it's for the best then. If you know,
I know, right? I'm like, just fine, do your own thing. That's cool with me.
Maybe she wouldn't have been a great challenger in the group anyway. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah.
It's okay. But we've all had that. Man, it stinks though when they say they bought it and you're like, but not through me. I think some people.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah, I think some people really don't understand.
Yeah, that actually happened to me. There was this girl that I've been inviting and whatever, and just recently, Alicia, and she ended up purchasing off the infomercial, and she messaged me, I can't wait to get started. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, get started? Yeah. And she actually was assigned to a different coach, and she went to his challenge group, and then she ended up messaging me weeks later saying that she's not getting what she needs from this person and wanted to switch over. So it's, it happens.
Yeah. Yeah. And like my sister-in-law said the exact same thing to me last night. I was like, she told me, she's like, oh yeah, I'm starting on Monday. And I'm like, you didn't buy through me. So I'm still like, I'm going to call her tonight and be like, hey, what happened? Because that's actually worth it versus this other woman. But yeah, she said that to me last night. And I was like, but you didn't contact me about, buying or anything. So I don't know where you're getting it. So.
But that's a good point. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, it's just like, this has happened like multiple times with me now. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong with my invites that people are like not getting that, when you're ready to buy or, like, here's my link, like I can't tell you how many times I've had to go back and like correct orders and stuff so that I'm getting credit for it.
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe you guys can connect Shannon about what the actual invites look like. Because if that's happening a couple of times, maybe it is worth figuring out where the missing.
I think people are like getting so anxious about it. They're like jumping right to the site and they're buying it. And I'm like, whoa, like my brother did that exact same thing. And I had to go back and fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, we'll definitely talk about that, Alicia. For sure.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to say real quick what Shannon was talking about, that person that ordered and got another coach, that's the lead we were talking about that Shannon was saying with the, when you get to Emerald, you get that. So that coach was Emerald or whatever rank he was, and that person bought off the internet. So then he got that person as a free lead. And then if you can connect with them and keep them as customers, then anything else they purchase down the line, and he didn't work for that person at all. Just so you guys get that. So anyway, so I wanted to say about the challenge group. So
who's on the phone, Kathleen? I'm sorry.
It's Ann. Oh, Ann, you're muted. Sorry, Ann.
Oh, that's okay. I have myself muted too. So
oh, you have yourself. Okay.
I wasn't sure. Okay.
So anyway, so I just wanted to say I'm actually going to start a challenge group next Monday because I was planning to invite new people for this Monday, and I was doing something else last week that didn't quite pan out, and so I'm going to be promoting and inviting again for this coming Monday. If any of you want to do that, you are more than welcome to keep going, keep inviting, or anybody that you're talking to that hasn't committed yet, if you want to push them to start on Monday, so that's the 23rd. You're more than welcome to, and we could set up a group and I can show you all that stuff. But speaking of that, I thought it might be helpful if if we pointed out like the templates that we use, and I don't know if you guys got that idea that when we run these challenge groups, we've set up certain templates that we use so that you don't have to think about what you're going to post. And it's not something set in stone, and we change them around when, whenever it seems like, we want to add something new or whatever. But I just thought I'd show you those. Have you guys seen the templates yet? Sort of, yeah, maybe, kind of. So I'm just going to do a little screen share with you just so you can see them again if you haven't seen them yet. Hang on here.
And Alicia, I have different ones for our team that I have in our group.
That you shared through the Evernote?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what I've been using.
Yeah, so here we go. So in Inspiration Nation, in the files, there are challenge group templates. So Jen put these all together because the files of Facebook, if you haven't noticed, are so frustrating, which is why Shannon has moved to Evernote, which is brilliant. But the one thing about Evernote is that you can't, somebody has control over them and you can't edit them if you're not the person that has control over them. So I'm still doing Google Docs for that reason, but whatever works is totally cool. So anyway, if you wanted to do so there's a 21-day fix group going on right now, for example. So there's a template that we put together so that you don't have to, if you're posting in the group as a coach, you don't have to think in the morning, what am I going to post? Or you don't have to think, did we already talk about that? I can't remember. Because before, when I first started, we didn't have templates like this. And you would get so far along in the group and you'd be like, wait, I can't even remember. Did I say that yet already? And then sometimes if you have multiple groups going on, it gets very confusing. So anyway, like I said, these aren't set in stone. They're just ideas for posts. So here's you may have actually seen some of these if you've been a participant in the group or whatever, but it's basically just a cut and paste. So you would double click on this and highlight and then copy and paste into the group or make it your own or whatever. But anyway, these things are really nice because, again, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. So these are so on Thursday you'd post that. Does this make sense? Are you guys familiar with Google Docs?
I'm not.
Yeah.
You're not, Julie? So basically Google Docs are, here, I'll show you real quick. So if you go to Google, I highly recommend this for a couple of reasons. It's not a perfect system, but it's a decent system. Anyway, so if you're on Google and you have Gmail, I would suggest getting one if you don't have Gmail. Yeah. But so you would click on these apps up here. And then, whoops, let me move us over here. There you go. And then Drive, so it's a Google Drive. So basically, in it is, you can have these things that are, it's basically like you have Word, Excel, and all those Microsoft programs, but you can access them from anywhere on a computer. So it doesn't live on your hard drive. It just lives out there in the internet.
Okay.
But the best part is that you can share them with anybody. You can share the Google Docs with anybody, and you can give other people permission to edit it, view it, or comment on it or whatever. So our challenge group templates, so these are folders I have within my Google Drive. So I have some templates in here that I've created or whatever. And the nice part is that I can share them to other people, and then they can comment on them or they can edit it or whatever. And all the edits are saved. So if somebody accidentally deletes something, which has happened multiple times, you just go back to the revised or the previous revision or whatever, and you can get it all back. But you can create documents in here. You can do PowerPoint presentations, spreadsheets. You can actually do forms. Terry put a form in the 21-day fix group that was created through Google. So it's really nice. It's a really cool thing. It's free, and again, it's not perfect. There's no spell check in the spreadsheets, which is really annoying because I get so used to somebody else double checking my spelling, but anyway, so that's what it is. So I would suggest setting up you said you already have Gmail, so you already have access to Google Drives. And then you can, let's say you really liked the 21-day fix template or whatever, you can actually save it on your own Google Drive, so you'll always have access to it. or you can save a copy of it, so that you can, like, let's say you like it, but you really want to make it, change this one and change that one and whatever, or add something to it or whatever. So you just go in and save a copy. Make a copy like this, and then you just name it like Julie's 21-day fix or whatever, and then it would just be saved on your drive, and then you can choose if you want to share it with people or not. So you just go to file and share. Bless you.
Bless you.
Sorry.
And then right here's where you can say, so I clicked on share, and here's where you can say you want to share it so people can view, comment, or edit. So maybe there's something that you don't want other people to mess with. You can just share for them to view, and then they can only read it, but they can't change it.
Okay.
Or if you share to edit, then they can make any changes they want. If you say comment, then whatever they type in will come up a different color, so you can see what they're saying, but they won't actually make changes. So anyway, so it's really nice.
Thank you.
Surely.
Wow, I didn't even know all that.
Oh, there you go. I learned something new. I know. Every time somebody else talks in a call, I'm like, oh, and I've taken my little note.
The reason why I stay away from it, because I feel like once it's shared, like anybody can make changes to it. And like I've noticed that I didn't realize you can go back to the original. I just thought, like, because I've been in templates that don't have anything for particular days, and I just felt like for my new coaches it would be tough to,
Yeah.
I like the Evernote.
Yeah.
So I will.
Just saying, Shannon.
So I mean, the Evernote's awesome for other reasons, I think, too. Wait, I'll just show you that too. Although you might want to do this one because maybe you're using it differently than I am.
No, I like to see what you have to say, because I only know one thing about it.
So this is just another tool. It's basically like having your brain, out somewhere. So basically, Evernote is the same idea where you have these, what do they call them? It's
Notes?
Notebooks. So you can, those are like folders, same idea, and you can just type in a new note, like whatever you want to do. So this would be good. So I do this sometimes when there's like a great post that I want to remember, or like a video that I want to come back to, or whatever. And it's just, what I like better about Evernote than Google Docs is that you can search for something and it'll search every word in every document. In Google Docs, you can't do that. You can search for, you can search, but it's not quite the same. So anyway, this is like let's say I remembered I saw something about taxes, and I wanted to find that. So I saved a video about taxes on here so that I can go back through and watch it for later or whatever. So that part's really nice. And then you can share your notebooks with other people, which is what Shannon's doing with some of her team. So she's like sharing her challenge group template notebook. The difference is that nobody else can change it. Shannon has total ownership of it, which, maybe is fine, but maybe whatever. You know what I mean? So then I don't know if other people can save them and make a copy. I'm not sure about that part. That's all I know about Evernote. I think you can do much more with it, but I don't.
Yeah, that's basically my knowledge of it. I don't really know. I just liked it because people can't make change. I like to have that control over my challenges,
Yeah. All right. I feel like.
So I'm sorry. I did want to touch on one other thing.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, as a new coach, it's very hard to explain what we do as coaches at first, until you figure out like what to say. And I guess I never worked on recruiting because I didn't feel comfortable, because number one, I didn't know how to explain it. Number two, I really I didn't know how to recruit. So I feel like Kathleen has started something that we did last month called the 3-day sneak peek, which I think is excellent for new coaches, because what that group is a 3-day closed Facebook group that basically explains what we do as coaches. So I feel like that would be like, if you know people that would be interested that you think would be a great coach, but really, are not sure like how to have that conversation or approach it. I think it would be like such a perfect group to invite it to, because last month I think we did that for the first time as Inspiration Nation, and I think we've had a lot of success from it. I know myself, I signed on 2 coaches just from that. And basically I didn't really have to explain much. It was just it was all there in the group every single day. So
When is that again?
it's the last week of, I don't have my calendar, Kathleen, do you?
The 30th. So it'll be not this coming Monday, but the next. So not the last Monday of March. And then our next.
Okay, and it's called the Coach Sneak Peek?
Yes.
Yeah. And also too, like, once you start getting coaches and you're not sure how to be a leader yet, it's okay, because that's what we're here for. That's what your upline is there for. They'll be part of our team and we'll help you teach them, basically, and lead them.
Yeah, I mean, and I like to think of it too, if we're talking recruiting, especially in the beginning, it's kind of the same with the challenge groups. It's sort of like join me as I'm on my fitness journey. It's the same with coaching. It's join me as I learn about this company. I think it's a great opportunity, blah, blah, blah. But it's not like I'm an expert, I'm going to teach you. It's more of a join. And then as you can see, we run pretty much we run all the groups together with at least another coach. So then you know what I mean? So that you'd be welcome to, as you get people signed on, the next Coach Basics will be April 6th. So it will be always the first Monday of the month is what we're aiming for. So you could sign somebody on and say, hey, my coach has a Coach Basics starting on the 6th of April. And then if you want, you can join right in the group with them again. If you want to, do your own review. I think I went through Coach Basics twice myself, at least. And you could join right in with them and be like, we're going to learn together, whatever. Or, if you're ready for more of a leadership role, that's amazing. And that's why we do the template, so that you can go take the ball and run, I have a coach that didn't want to do challenge groups with anybody else. She was kind of ready from the start, and she just took a template and made, kind of looked at it, made it her own, and then just took off. And that's awesome. And
wow, good for her.
Right. I know.
I certainly didn't do that. I was like a scared little chicken. I'm like me, like I was so scared of posting a challenge group. I don't know why.
Yeah. But either way, it's whatever works. And yeah, she's still doing her own groups, Kristen.
That's great.
Yeah. She had a vision and she went for it, and I love it. But either way, so we have templates if you want them, if you like doing your own thing, it's awesome. But the other thing I was going to say is, as you're talking to people, please, like Shannon said, please always use us, because we were there too, and we can do 3-way calls or 3-way conversations. The sneak peek's a great thing. We could also do, whatever. We can talk with them, whatever. We're here to help you.
Kathleen, what group are you starting on March 23rd?
I'm going to start another challenge group, because I was aiming to start one on this Monday, the 16th, with some of the other coaches, but I just didn't. I tried something last week. I was telling you, Deb, I tried that webinar, and it just didn't quite go the way I hoped, but whatever, we all learn. So I'm going to advertise this week, or, do posts and stuff again. And I'm actually going to post continue with the Every Split Matters idea, and I'm going to donate a portion of anybody that purchases to the cause and all that stuff. You don't have to do it that way if you don't want to, but that's what I'm going to do.
So it's not going to necessarily be like a 21-day fix, or?
I don't think so, unless, if it happens to be that everybody buys that, then that's awesome. But you know what I mean? If you feel compelled to do that, we can do anything you want. You know what I mean? If you want to try and target 21-day fix, that's totally fine. I'm not going to post that way. I'm just going to post whatever. Okay. I'm just going to post join a group, and then if that seems like a good fit, then I'll go with that one.
All right.
Why does 21-day fix only have to be 21 days? Can't this just go on forever?
As you become as you have like a bunch of challengers and a bunch of groups going, you're going to appreciate this 21 days as a coach.
personally, I'm like, I could just keep doing this. Like,
I know.
this is great.
Well, that's what the 21-day fix extreme is for. That's next.
I don't know about that one though.
That's a graduate program. I think you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I had a quick question about the 21-day fix and then the extreme. If you see recipes out there that say for extreme, are those typically can be used for the 21-day fix also? Like are the containers typically the same and stuff?
Yep. Yeah, it's the same. Just the 21-day fix extreme is actually a little bit more strict than the regular 21-day fix. So any recipe for the extreme would be a-okay for the original one, but not vice versa.
Okay.
Is it the same exercise program?
No.
No? Oh.
No, it's harder. It's more of an extreme program. They say it's for basically the graduates of the 21-day fix or somebody who's already done like an extreme program like P90X or Insanity or somebody who's already been working out. It's not for a beginner.
Oh, okay.
But I do have to say, like, it is tough. But I wouldn't say it's like, oh my God, like, believe me, I couldn't walk for the first week. I mean, my legs were hurt, and I just came off of doing Insanity Max 30, which was crazy insane. So it is tough, but it's not tough to the point that it should scare somebody who has been working out.
Okay.
I gotta say though, the 21-day fix extreme has awesome recipes as compared to the 21-day fix. Like, they're really good. So sorry.
Yeah, awesome. Post some recipes. I don't know that program yet.
Yeah, they have a turkey meatloaf that's made with quinoa. I don't even know if I'm saying. I call it quinoa. I think it's pronounced quinoa. Quinoa. Yeah. Which is like surprisingly really good. There's this beef and butternut squash stew, chicken fajita. Like really, like I got to admit, like I know that all these workout programs come with recipes and blah blah blah, but they never seem to be that great, in my opinion. But okay. But anyway, these are actually really good.
Nice. Okay, what else? Anything else that you guys were hoping we'd get to? No? Cool. Well, Shannon.
So, I'm sorry. Don't let this week overwhelm you. Maybe because it's just a lot to digest because we talk about Emerald and we go into it a little bit more detail in psycho bonusing. So if you have any questions, post them, and maybe I'll give you guys the next weekend to catch up and do whatever instead of posting something new Saturday and Sunday. What do you think about that, Kathleen?
Yeah, I think Shannon's going to post for us this week, and yeah, I definitely I think the weekends are nice to have catch-up days, definitely.
Okay.
Do you guys feel that way?
Mm-hmm.
It can be hard during the week. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect.
I have to go play with my Google Docs now.
Yeah, play with them.
If not, I'll be asking questions.
Please do. All right, ladies. Well, thanks for getting on. It's so good to see your faces.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we'll talk to you again soon.
Nice job, Shannon.
Bye.
Oh, thanks.
All right, have a good night.
All right, good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.